We got Anna Discourse, and apparently Ryu Ishigori invented LARPing, or call him Jane Juliet if you want to.
So we all know that Jane Juliet,
the strongest in Sendai Colony,
otherwise known as Ryu, is a staple in the LARPing community of Jujutsu Kaisen. But what many...
Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I feel like Druve had like a lot of potential to be the strongest just due to him like having those two like huge Shikigami, and it literally acts as like a domain expansion, but you know, we didn't get to see Druve in action, so kind of disappointing.
Don't know is that canonically, Ryu has been LARPing even before his modern incarnation during the Edo period. Let me explain. According to Stranger in Shogun City by Amy Stanley, a historical biography that chronicles the life of Tsuneno during the Edo period, there was an abundance of a warrior class called samurai. Okay. They and their families accounted for roughly half of the Edo's population.
Honestly, you know what's funny? I always see, like, I saw this meme, like, of Ryu Ishigori, you know, before he did his final blast against Yuta, and it was just, like, this caption saying, "Let's LARP."
Population during the time, and they referred...
Like, the JJK memes are out of control.
...to themselves as warriors, with men dressing the part. They would venture out in military formation, surrounded by men on foot, carrying spears, bows, and banners. Even during ordinary errands, the most important of them tended to travel with attendants close at hand. In reality, not one of these samurai had ever fired a shot, drawn a bow, or hoisted a sword in battle. This was primarily due to the fact...
So literally just potential man like Megumi, basically. Wait, so they actually are LARPers. Like, they literally... So they had the aesthetic, but they didn't actually put into action, like, what they were supposed to be doing.
That the Edo period had a long era of peace and stability, labeled as Tokugawa Shogunate's Great Peace. However, despite this, samurai would still try to look like hardened warriors, with them keeping up their appearances and polishing their swords, aspiring to be detached from the common world. To strangers, however, these samurai looked awkward, unfashionable, and overwhelmed. Along with this, samurai were the only people authorized to hold two swords to differentiate their status from the rest of the population. And even though there were roughly 200,000 of them at any given time, they still did jack shit. With all this said, we can gather that the samurai of this period were essentially LARPing their previous ancestors.
Yeah, honestly, I'll agree on that. Good video idea, honestly. But link it back to Ryu, because I'm still confused on how this links back to Ryu from Sendai Colony specifically, but I get the LARPing aspect for sure.
Actually fought in battles. Now, when we take a look at how Gege drew Ryu Ishigori's Edo...
Oh my god, Ryu was a samurai?
...period look, he fit...
Bro, so that's literally his sword right there. Okay.
It's every criteria of what the standard samurai looked like.
Wait, I thought he was like an artist or something. Like, wasn't he an artist?
Like, during this period, he had two swords on his waist, already a symbol of his status, and along with this, he had what was the standard hairstyle for a samurai during this time.
Alright, fair enough. Genius video idea, honestly.
A glossy top knot. Now, from what I've explained before, we already know a good proportion of the samurai during this period were nothing but LARPers. And with Ryu Ishigori being one during this time, we can also roughly assume that he would...
Well, hey, even though he was a LARPer, at least he had some Riz, right? Ryu got Riz?
...was a LARPing as well. So to conclude, the jokes about Jane Juliet LARPing go deeper than we thought they did. His LARPing tendencies didn't just start from the Cooling Games, but rather, it continued on since his first life in the Edo period.
Bro, I love videos like these. Like, the JJK community is outstanding. Like, Sendai Colony was like months ago, and there's just still all these relevant videos, bro. Anime is so mainstream now, and I'm here for it. I don't care, yes. I understand that there's some anime elitists, and some people want anime to remain niche, and some people just value the OG anime community, but like, come on, like, I don't know, I just love how popular Jujutsu Kaisen is, man.